On my kicker tonight, two contrasting events are to this very moment playing with my imagination. On one hand is Chief Justice David Maraga walking through yet another rough patch, and on the other hand is the tiny Southern African nation of Malawi basking in the glory of an improbable electoral transition. This week, Malawi and Maraga are in the news headlines for different reasons. Malawi for the presidential elections rerun, the sensational victory and subsequent inauguration of the petitioner, now President Lazarus Chakwera. Maraga, on the other hand, for the unending battles with shadowy forces that now seem to include what I can only describe as a prima facie most unlikely liaison. I choose to see beyond the cloud of the scandalous screaming outside Milimani courts to give a different perspective of the week that was for Maraga and Malawi. On the 1st of September 2017, Chief Justice David Maraga and 3 Supreme Court of Kenya judges did the unthinkable. They nullified the presidential election results, citing glaring irregularities and non-compliance to lay down procedures in the transmission of election results. By a majority of 4-2, the Supreme Court of Kenya ordered a rerun of the presidential election within 60 days. It was a decision that set precedent in Africa, but also one that marked the beginning of tribulations to some Supreme Court judges that include David Maraga. Because of the nullification of the presidential election results, Maraga and some of his colleagues have been and remain targets for removal from the judiciary. But then comes the story of Malawi. Inspired by the Supreme Court of Kenya, 5 judges rejected a clearly fraudulent election and ordered a repeat, which ended up with the defeat of the sitting president, Peter Mutharika, by the opposition leader, now President Lazarus Chakwera. Though they emulated Kenya, Malawi's 5 brave judges must have discovered how risky such uncharted waters can be. Ahead of the election rerun, there was an attempt by the Mutharika administration to forcefully retire Chief Justice Andrew Nyirenda, and some of the judges reportedly had to wear bulletproof vests for their own safety. Now, because of their courage and bravery, the Constitutional Court judges in Malawi and the Supreme Court of Kenya justices have effectively set irreversible trends in the management of elections around Africa. The judges in both Kenya and Malawi cases nullified the presidential election not because of the questionable outcomes, but because of lack of integrity in the process itself. The 2 courts asked simple questions, yet tough enough for the first time to challenge the established culture of rigging elections that includes ballot stuffing, fraudulent tallying, and in Kenya's case, dubious electronic transmission and mystery servers. Integrity of elections is where the story of Maraga and Malawi meets. Because of brave judges, Malawi is celebrating its greatest democratic moment since the defeat of their first president, Hastings Kamuzu Banda, in 1994. And though Kenyans were divided along political loyalty lines, sober heads will always hold that the Supreme Court of Kenya decision of September 2017 was the single most greatest defense of Kenya's multi-party democracy since the repeal of Section 2A in December 1994. Bitter as that may sound to some, I fear it is the bitter truth. That is my kicker.